is how you had it planned, guys. We're a couple of days away from Christmas, so I hope you guys have your plans in order. Spending time with your family, whatever it is that you choose that you're going to be doing this holiday season. So it's upon us. I mean, the end of the year. Next week is the end of the year. I mean, 2022, man. It just flew by. I mean, it flew by for me, man. It's like a blur. I can't remember a whole lot of things that that I've done this year, man. It's just it went just that fast. So it's your boy D Darius, aka D Hop, coming to you with another video. It's been like forever since I've been live on this platform, but it's all good. I'm here, and we're gonna get it right. So before we get started, I want to make sure you guys like and share this video. Okay, like and share this video. It's gonna all be about my thought process. I mean, guys, if you don't know, you gonna realize how we are actually taught wrong, right? We're actually taught to fail, right? We're actually taught to fail. But we're born, right? You see it right there. We're born to be wealthy, right? But we're programmed to fail, right? Um, like all my other videos, you are more than welcome to comment. Your opinions is more than welcome. Love the interaction. If you have questions for me on anything, make sure you ask the questions, and I'll answer the questions for you, right? So, thought process. If you're seeing this live, make sure you give me a 1 in the chat box. If you are watching it live, give me a number 1. If you're watching the recording, once I post this as a recording, put a number 2. I'm gonna be putting this up on my YouTube channel. So if you're not on my YouTube channel, if you follow the website that's scrolling on the bottom, you can get access to my YouTube channel as well as everything else that I've been working on, right? So we're going to talk about we've been taught wrong, right? Our whole life, right? We have designed to fail, right? And we just don't know it because we're programmed that way, right? We're programmed that way. Everything the way we're growing up, it's just wrong, right? It's just wrong. Do you agree or disagree with that? Right? If we're programmed to fail, do you think that's right or wrong? Right? Do you think that's right or wrong? If you think we are programmed to fail, if that's right or wrong. There we go. I was trying to get my couldn't get my chat box up there, but I got it now. And the reason I say this is because some of the things that we taught, when you actually think about it, it really doesn't make sense when you really think about it, right? So we're taught to say things like, you have not because you ask not. Things like that, right? You have not. Have you ever heard that? Have anybody ever heard that? You have not because you ask not, right? It's not because you ask not, right? It's not that, right? Mostly it's because you believe not, right? You don't believe. This is the reason why a lot of people don't have a lot of things, because they don't believe. They don't believe that they could do something like this. They don't believe they can be successful. They don't believe something will work, even though they see the success happening in front of them. They really truly just don't believe. And people, when they don't believe something, they don't support something because they don't believe it. That's just how people, that's just how they are. Right, wrong, or indifferent. That's just how people are. People just don't believe anymore, right? They just don't believe that they can do greatness. Like, they're meant for greatness. They don't believe they're born to be wealthy. They don't believe it, right? They don't believe in themselves. They want it. They just don't believe it, which is, you got to really believe this thing for it to manifest itself. You really got to believe it, right? You got to believe it. You got to believe it before anything. If you can believe it, then you can achieve it. Okay? You will never achieve it if you don't believe it. Point blank, period, right? Point blank, period, right? If you don't believe it, you will never achieve it, right? But you can achieve it if you believe it, no matter what it is in life, no matter what it is. If you can believe it, you definitely can achieve it, right? You see, belief is what's holding most people back. Okay, think about that. Belief is what's holding most people back, right? People that are, successful in life, it's just not they're smarter than you or anything. They just believe themselves to do it, and they just did it, no matter what people say. It's your belief. Belief it's that's what's holding people back from their personal success, right? It's belief, nothing more than that, right? It's not your boss, it's not your job, it's not your friends or the like support of your friends, right? Let me on that note, let me speak about that, right? If your friends don't support you in what you try to do in life, let strangers support you, right? Your friends are not gonna, a lot of your friends will not support you, and that's fine. That's totally fine. But let strangers support you, right? Continue your vision, right? Your friends may not have your same vision, and that's fine, right? But there's strangers out there that have your vision that's going the same way as you are, right? Everyone will not support you, and that is totally fine. Just find the people who do, right? Find the people who will support you, right? That's what it's all about. Just find the people who will support you and keep going, right? Everybody's not meant to go on you on this trip, and that's fine, right? Some of you guys' goals are in different places of your friends, and that's fine. Their goals are not your goals, and that's fine. You can still chop it up. You can still be friends, right? It's just like it's like your favorite sports teams. All your friends don't like the same sports teams. And that's fine, right? They may like Dallas Cowboys, right? They may like the Washington Redskins. Now, they are fierce rivals, but it's just a belief, right? It's just like if I'm believing and I'm going to do something in my life and my friends don't believe in that, that's fine. We can still be friends, right? It just means you're not going to go on that same road with me, right? And that's totally understandable, right? And another one, we grow up with quotes that teach us failure, right? And not knowing it, right? Quotes that teach us failure. Okay, I'm gonna give an example, right? An example is practice makes perfect, right? If you've ever heard of that, give me some thumbs up. If you ever heard of the phrase practice makes perfect, give me some thumbs up if you ever heard practice makes perfect, right? To me, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard, right? I'm going to tell you why. Nothing in this world is perfect, right? Nothing in this world is perfect. So you're striving for something you can't even get, right? Practice doesn't make perfect because perfect is an unreachable goal. Yeah, I said it. I'm telling you, I know a lot of motivational speakers, a lot of people say practice make, you can't do it. You cannot do it, right? A matter of fact, there's only been one person in the history of the world, right? And guess what? He was killed because some people didn't support him, and he was perfect. Think about that. Think about that, guys. He was perfect, and he was killed because he didn't have support of some people, and he was perfect. Okay? So I don't mean to get all biblical or anything like that, guys. That's not what. But if you think about it, that he was perfect, and a lot of people didn't support him or believe him, right? So people are not going to support you, and they're not going to believe you. But do you believe in you? Do you support in you? Do you support what you're doing? Do you believe in what you're doing? Do you believe in what you're going after? That's the main goal there. Do you believe in you? Right? But that goes to show me growing up, we were taught wrong, right? We're taught wrong. These things, they're in your mind. Why you say it's not a big deal and all that. But think about what it actually is saying to you. Subconsciously, we're taught wrong. Subconsciously, we're taught wrong. Subconsciously. And that's what's dangerous because it's subconscious. That means you react to it and you don't even really know it because your brain is already tuned to do that. Right? Subconscious is what we got to change. We got to change our subconscious mind. And how do you change your subconscious mind? Is being conscious, right? That your unconscious is programmed like that. So you got to consciously program your unconscious mind. I know I lost a lot of people there. Okay. If you understand what I just said there, you're doing pretty good. Right. What I say as far as practice makes permanent. Right. I say practice makes permanent because that goes both ways. Okay. Practice makes permanent. That could go either way. That can go negative or positive. And that's more realistic. Practice makes permanent. Right. Practice makes permanent. Because if you practice, right, listen to me. If you practice doing the wrong shit, you will permanently do the wrong shit. Somebody out there hears me, right? Somebody out there hears me. But if you're doing the right thing, then you can permanently do the right thing, right? And we have been taught to permanently do the wrong shit. Let me know if you agree with me on that. Okay, if you disagree, that's fine. Let me know you disagree. We have been programmed to do the wrong shit. You know, I always come with points, right? This is why we can't prosper, right? We can't prosper because we defend doing the wrong shit, right? Because society has taught us wrong, right? And I'm going to explain what I mean, right? So how many of you guys were told, right? Go to school, get good grades, go to a good college. After the good college, find a good job, work that job, retire. You're going to live happily ever after. Okay. Now, that's what society tells you to do. How many people you know have done it in that order? How many people have done it in that order? Now, I'm not saying no one has done it or no one can do it, but let's agree. There's a whole lot less people that's not doing it like that. We can agree on that. Right? We can agree on that. It ain't working for the most. It ain't working for the majority. So then it's wrong. If it ain't working, it's wrong. We can agree on that, right? We can agree with that. How many people do you know that actually did it in that order? How many people you know have done it in just that order? Okay. It does not work for most of us. So hence, practice makes permanent, right? So if we continue doing what doesn't work for us, we will continue to permanently do wrong, right? It's like going through life knowing you're driving down a dead-end road, right? We were driving down this dead-end road, and we hoping when we get to the end of this road that someone has finished that road. And when we see that road is a dead-end road, we actually get upset, right? We get upset that we went down that road, even though the signs were telling you, hey, this is a dead-end road. It's a dead-end road. It's a dead-end road, right? And you still continue to go down that road. And then you got upset that you went down that road because it actually was a dead-end road, right? It happens all the time. Hence, practicing the wrong shit. Okay? But how do you know you're going down a dead-end road? Right? How do you know that? How can you see that? How do you know you're going down the road, around the road? And that's easy. That's easy, right? Look around at your surroundings, right? Look around at your surroundings, right? Look at, home life. Look at coworkers, supervisors. Is that something you want? Think about that. Now that's a question only you can answer, and it may be yes. And if it's yes, hey, more power to you. Keep going, right? But if it's no, right? You see the people that should retire but can't retire, right? Think about how everything's going up and they can't retire. Think about that. Is that something you want? You want to work until you're dead? How does that excite anybody? Right? Does that excite anyone to work till you're dead? But that's what we're doing because we're practicing the wrong shit. Right? But I'm not saying, I mean, if you know you're on a dead end road, you need to change that course, right? You need to change that course. You need to reroute yourself, right? You got to reroute yourself, right? I'm not telling you that, oh, he said, you know, you got to quit your job and stuff like that. That ain't what I'm saying. I would never advise anybody to do that, right? That just doesn't make sense. But what I am saying is take more interest into yourself, invest more into yourself to go that other direction, to make that detour. Okay? To do that detour, right? Because we're all taking this journey, right? This journey of life. But what's your destination? Right? Some of you guys are going north when your destination is actually south. Your destination is where you're trying to be in this journey of life. Some of y'all are going north, wondering why you ain't got to Miami yet, because you're going north. It ain't gonna never happen if you go north. You got to change your direction, right? Some of you guys' goals is on the opposite end of where you're going. Only you can answer that, or where you're trying to go. You got to detour that, guys. You got to detour that, okay? Your destination, you're going the wrong way what your destination is. And yes, that's an analogy, right? That's an analogy, right? Some people are going north when you should be going south. Some people are going south when you should be going east or west, right? That's for you to figure out, right? You got a lot of people that tell you to go north, right? You got people say, hey, go north. North is where you want to go. They, right? Remember that. They told me to go north because that's where it is. Because society told you just go north, right? This is where society is teaching us wrong, right? They say, hey, if you go north, that's where you want to be. It's not necessarily true because your destination could be south, but they're telling you to go north, right? They don't know your destination. They just telling you to go north because that's what they were taught. They don't know your destination, right? Your belief should take you in your right destination. Your belief should take you in your right destination. Your belief, right? And I just want to encourage all of you guys to go after your own destination. That's all I really want to do, right? So life, the way I see life is like an airport. It's like an airport, right? You got all these people in an airport. Every last one of them has a ticket in their hand, right? They all have a ticket, right? They all have a ticket. You like my pen? I don't know if you can see it. Nice. They all have a ticket going to a destination. A lot of these tickets are different, right? So how silly this sounds, you're walking through the airport, right? You're walking through the airport and somebody just stops you and says, hey, you're going the wrong way. You need to go this way. And you say, okay. So you follow them to their gate, right? When they get to their gate, they hand the guy their ticket, they scan it, and they get on the plane. So you hand them your ticket, they scan it, it says, this ain't where you need to be. This ain't your flight. Well, that guy told me to be here. Now, don't you sound silly? Right? They're like, well, you need to be on the other end. You went to this terminal. You need to be in a different terminal. Right? That's how life is. Okay? They didn't know where your destination was at. They know where their destination is at. They're going towards their destination, but they rerouted you. They distracted you to get to your destination. Now you missed your flight. Okay? Think about that. Put that together and you put your life together and you'll figure it out. Right? Belief believe in yourself and no one else. Believe in yourself first. Okay? Believe in yourself first. Because if you don't believe in you, who will? Right? Why should anybody else believe in you if you don't believe in you? Right? You need to find out how to get to your destination. First, you got to determine what your destination is. Once you determine what your destination is, you can figure out how to get there. Right? You need to find out what your next level is. Okay? Figure out how to get to your next level in life. Right? Because that's totally up to you. No one can answer that for you. That's totally up to you. And that's something I wanted to just bring to you guys today. Right? It was weighing heavy on me, and I just wanted to put that out there for you guys. I do want to thank my supporters, my viewers, all you guys. I want to thank all you guys. Be encouraged. I thank you guys for making the ebook I got a success. It's still out there. If you guys want to get one, you can actually go to the website that's scrolling on the bottom of your screen right now, and you can go to the book there as well. Just be encouraged to go after you. Be encouraged to go after your destination, because you will miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Take your shot, go after it, right? Go after it. You deserve it, and you can get it, right? So I appreciate every last one of you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great night.